Hello everybody, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new debut record by the garage punk riot girl band Lambrini Girls with Who Let the Dogs Out. So this was quite a sort of big album that I've seen, and it's nice to see punk kind of blowing up a little like this has, especially in the UK, as this was number 3 in the album charts, which I'm quite surprised by. The energy is something I very admire with this band. They bring in some fun riffs, some punchy moments. Matter of fact, a lot of it reminds me of bands like Soft Play, especially with the harsh, aggressive vocals throughout the entire record, and then you also blend it in with elements that feel I could see Emil and the Sniffers doing some bits of Idols when it comes to the sort of punk they're going for, but they definitely fit this riot girl genre that I haven't seen too much about, but definitely have listened to some of it. So Lambrini Girls, looking at the track list, I think I could kind of get the gist of what the whole record's about, at least what the type of album we're getting when you have tracks like Big Dick Energy, No Homo, Filthy Rich Nepo Baby, and my favourite Cuntology 101. The songs obviously go for a lot of crude tongue-in-cheek, and there's a lot of it can be quite rude, but it also uses has some pretty good political points as it goes into it. Although some of the songs I think can be a bit ridiculous when it comes to the lyric, like Big Dick Energy. I get the overall idea of it, but the way Big Dick Energy is repeated and then it's not that big, it just kind of loses the charm of it, I think. And I understand the whole point. It's supposed to be like part of the verse to be this catchy refrain, but it just doesn't really work in my opinion. I find that's kind of some of the issues I have with this record, is that they would use this tongue-in-cheek stuff to push out as the big like catchy point of this record while putting some pretty fun riffs in there, but I just don't think it quite holds up as fun as it could be. I think Bad Apple is a great start, and while that one definitely isn't a difference from what I had with problem with Big Dick Energy, I think there's just a lot more depth into some of the writing, and other songs just feel a bit kind of more gradually silly, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad record because of it. It's fine to have more angry, silly, tongue-in-cheek humour if it's also pushing a point across. A lot of bands have done that. Matter of fact, one of the biggest examples is System of a Down, who have a lot of silly stuff. I mean, Vicinity of Obscenity's lyrics is very insane, and then you actually understand the song meaning, which is a little bit political, but then also it's quite sexual. But then other songs will just have silly random quotes or lines that just add to the bit, like Cigaro, definitely one of the more funny political songs from them. So there's definitely depth when it comes to the overall picture they're putting out. Like, I agree that British laws, British crime rates shit deal with. There's a lot of stuff in UK that's absolute shit, and I think this is a good way to address it. I just think lyrically it kind of punches itself below the waist a little bit, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad song either. Songs like No Homo I don't really kind of get as excited for. I think it just kind of comes off as more of a jokey song I just can't really get into, but then there's other songs I think on the second half that does pick up a bit, thankfully. But I think it had a strong start and it kind of had a muddled middle, and then it kind of had a flustered good to average ending. So I think as a whole the album definitely has good material on there, but some of it does just feel to me like Emil and the Sniffers, or it doesn't necessarily feel like the most unique Riot Girl sort of music out there. It's a pretty good debut though, and I feel like only from then Lambrini Girls can push themselves up to some more interesting ideas, and they can take what worked with this record and just double it, I think, because there's definitely a lot of potential here, and I do like quite a bit of it. But I'm not going to say it's exhilaratingly good either. I think it's a 3 out of 5 album. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next video.